And I made a bail, and I made my own little jump ring, which I'm going to solder that ring in a minute, just to make sure it doesn't come undone. I'm just giving everything a bit of the sand, get rid of the little teeth marks from my pliers, and any other little marks. I'm going in these little these little putty bits because I don't want it to scratch. Just round off the edges. That's what I've been doing. Yeah, rounding off all these edges so that if you do catch it on the clothing, it's smooth as opposed to jaggedy. A bit more. So yeah, I've just been sanding it down. And do it the other way as well, like that. The edges are smooth. It just helps so that, you know, in case it catches on clothing or something. So I'm just doing that, and then all over basically, just giving it a sand. I'm going to do it with different. I've already done it with the really rough sandpaper. So this is the next grit. And just keep sanding like that. Especially where I've had to sand off where, you know, where any solder's been. And then do it with some really fine grit, and then I'll do it with the Dremel. I did Dremel off some of the, you know, the solder, but there wasn't that much, to be honest, not much spillage. I did it really minimal amounts. I used really tiny amounts, so I didn't have too much overspill with the solder. So you keep going like that. And I could use the Dremel, but I kind of like the process of hand doing it. It's good exercise for my hands, build those muscles. Yesterday, I have to say, after I stopped doing this, my hands were absolutely throbbing. I didn't realise how much it would make my hands ache. But it's better than the exercises that the physio gives me. They're really boring, so I've got to keep my muscles strong to compensate for the bone deterioration. So I'm supposed to do hand exercises, but they're nowhere near as much fun as this. So yeah, just, you know, that's the finer grit. Look how much nicer that's starting to look. Yeah, and I did, the reason why I couldn't get this to stick is because it was so rough. Look how smooth that looks now. I've smoothed the back, but there's a gap in my wire, look. I didn't quite match all the way around. Look, can you see the gap? Bummer. But look how smooth it is on the back now. You can't even see the joint, look. Hang on, let's zoom in. So once you really, really sand it, look, you can't see the joint. So I'd put the wire in, soldered it. I knew it was short. I should have just taken it out and done it again, but I was going to solder it to something. So I thought it wouldn't really matter, because once the stone's in place and that's soldered on, you wouldn't see that little gap. But I will still use it. But look at that, no line. Awesome. This one, you can see where I didn't squash it down, put the ring in of wire in evenly. There is a little line there and one there, but that's the back, so not too bad for a first attempt. I've never done silversmithing before. Like I said, just watched a bunch of videos and learned from that. So almost time to put the stones in. Just keep going like that until it's all nice and smooth. Just a really simple bail. I just did a loop. I've just got to solder this ring actually. I forgot to do that. I'll do that next. I've made my jump ring. I'm gonna zoom in and show you because I'm super chuffed with it. Let's zoom in. I have my own jump ring, and on that side, look, you can't even see the join. So I'm super chuffed with that. On the other side, barely. It's just, that's where the join is, right there, look. There. So that was a pretty successful solder there. I'm quite chuffed with that because I was really worried about doing the jump ring because it's so small and fiddly. So now I've just got to sand that down a bit more. That's the back. It's looking quite good. And I think the problem there was not that it didn't solder, was that I didn't have it flush even all the way around. So where it's even, you can see there's no join line. I should have sanded it before I put it into the framework really. But that one, you can see no join in that one either. And if you look compared to the other video, where you could clearly see the line all the way around, and the same on that other little piece. So that's the jump ring done, the bail done, that's the front. So I'll zoom out a little bit. Obviously each time I've soldered and whatnot, I've put it in the pickle and then in the neutralizer. But unfortunately I don't have a lot of space in here, so I'm working over there in the corner and on the floor and heating my pickle up on my paraffin stove. So, and I just don't have enough space in here to be able to film everything I'm doing, which is a shame, but that's what we've got so far. So I'm going to go away and do it with a Dremel now. I won't do that on video because it's a bit noisy. So once I've Dremeled, and then we're going to put the stones in. So I'm going to go away and give it a polish. It's been sanded, polished, buffed, sanded, polished, buffed. Hopefully this will be the last little polish. It's starting to look good, but we will see. Maybe. Oops. Didn't like that. Right, that is looking gorgeous. I'll give you a little zoom so you can see compared to how it did look. On the back. And now is the moment of truth. I'm really nervous. If they don't fit, I'm going to be so upset. Well, if they don't fit, this video probably won't be going up, so. Got to get it sitting in straight. Because I bent it a few times and I've had to sort of, you know, go around the edge and straighten it out a bit. I actually used, what I used was, where are they? I used these. See, they're domed on that side. I think they're for ring shaping, and flat on that side. So I just went round where I've been sanding and doing whatnot, and it obviously got quite bent there. So I just went round it with that ring tool and just rubbed just to straighten out those edges where it got bent. So I'm hoping everything's gonna fit. If it doesn't, I'm gonna cry on film. Let's get it in straight. Everything's always harder to do on video, of course. No, it's not sitting how I want it to. Maybe I did it there. When I measured it, you see, I don't know which way around I measured it, and the stones aren't 100% even. So I've got to get it in flat. There we go. Yes, that one fits. Phew. Number 2. I think I did it so that the stripes were that way. Yes. Yes, they do fit. Look at that. That one needs to pop in a bit further. I'm going to take that out and turn it round. Let's see if we can make it fit better in a different direction. So obviously I've measured it round the stone and the stone's not even, so that's annoying. I'll get it there. I'll get it there, hang on. It's in. It's in. I was panicking there for a minute. Can you imagine all that work and then the stone doesn't fit? Just clean off some of the on the hands. What a mess. Oh yeah, I like that. Beautiful. Lovely, lovely, lovely. That, I'm very happy with that. Right, now I've just got to get the bezeling tool and you know, go around the edges to make it sit straight. I don't know if that might be a bit high there. We'll see. I might have to file that a tiny bit. We'll see. Maybe. But anyway, the stones are in. Woohoo! I'm super excited. Sorry guys, I'm like a big kid. It's like, oh wow, it worked. Yeah, I'm absolutely chuffed with that. Right, I'm going to go away, find my bezeling tool and then do these edges. I'm not sure if it's a bit high on this edge here. Might have to file that, look. We will see. 'Cause I don't want it to actually go over the stone. I don't know. It's first time I've made anything like this, so yeah, and I've never used the bezeling tool before, so another first for me. So right, I should go and find it and then we'll give that a go. Well, it's by no means perfect, especially this bottom one. I didn't allow for the fact that I joined it. I should have left a gap and I should have trimmed it down tighter because it's kind of slightly overlaps, which makes it look a bit sort of wonky, if that makes sense, but not too bad on the whole. So what do you think, guys? See what I mean about how it overlaps here a bit? So it could have been a lot neater than that. It's got little things you put your chain through, but not bad for a first attempt. I mean, I've never done it before, so on the whole, pretty pleased with it. Obviously there's room for improvement. It's the first one I've ever done, so and that's the back. Needs a bit more polishing. I haven't quite finished polishing. I can still see some marks. There's some little marks on the front here, little scratches, and I'm not altogether pleased with the way that bit's turned out. Looking back, what I should have done was filed this down before I attached it to get it to the right shape, because I've had, it looks, you know, it's a bit folded over the edge, so it's a bit creased. But live and learn. On the whole, you know, I am quite pleased with it. So if you've never tried silversmithing, I would highly recommend you watch Greg Greenwood's channel or Andrew Berry. They're both really good teachers, and they've got all the good equipment and stuff, unlike me. But yeah, you don't have to have all the good gear. It just goes to show, you know, you can try something new at any time and just give it a go. So yeah, on the whole, I'm quite pleased with it. Hope you enjoyed watching. Unfortunately, I couldn't film the whole process because I don't have space in here, and things like my pickle jars, I've got them down on the floor in the corner, and I had to heat them up on my paraffin stove, where I've got a little coffee table in the corner with all my bits and bobs. It's just a real nightmare trying to film over there. I've got a camera sort of attached on a thing that's attached to my table here, so that's where I do my filming. But eventually I would like to have a bigger studio at some point. So anyway, enough waffling. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day. Stay inspired, stay creative, and I will see you all soon in the next video. Not too bad for a first go, is it? Anyway, it's not actually finished because I've got to go away and polish it again a bit more, so, but yeah, not too bad.